Hi guys, Aka here. Evony's Carnival Celebration event kicked off a couple days ago, and we've had a chance to look at the event and see what's available. For me, I'm feeling a bit upbeat, feeling kind of chipper. Why? Because there was a nice update to one of the features that we already have in the game, and one of my favorite events in the game is back. I'll tell you which event that is a bit later on in the video. Now, let's see what we have. Evony have released a new mounted general. Like we couldn't see that one coming. The new general is Jayavarman? Kind of sounds like one of those obscure heroes from the Marvel series. Anyway, we have Jayavarman. And his stats, for the most part, they look decent enough, okay? Nothing to complain about. And his ascension, his specialties, all looking okay. Of course, he comes out with the Covenant feature, which is cool. And his generals are quite a unique selection. I kind of wonder why you have Martinus, Kiet, and Tran in the same Covenant. But anyway, so that's this dude, all right? Some people are probably scrambling to see whether this is a good general, worth it or not to get. I'll need to take a closer look at his stats to verify that. But considering that we all had a big craze for mounted generals when Napoleon Prime was released, I'm not too sure how many people are shopping for a new mounted general right now. Speaking of which, Evony also released a mail on Napoleon Prime. It seems that before the Napoleon collaboration is over, there will be one more chance to get a decent amount of fragments for Napoleon Prime. So, if that's something that you were waiting for, looks like it's coming out soon. Again, with that being said, not too sure how many people will be looking for Jayavarman. But anyway, that's that. The next thing that we want to cover in this update is the interesting update that Evony made to cultivation. If we go to any of my generals and we go to the cultivation screen, let me just pick one out right here. Who should I pick? All right, let me do Douglas. Okay, so if we go to the cultivation screen, everything looks okay here. This is fine. But if we come to quick cultivate, you can see that we have another button here for cultivate 100 times. So Evony added this into the game, which is cool. Before we only had cultivate 10 times, now we had cultivate 100 times. So what does this mean? To give us a quick refresher on cultivation, you can cultivate using gold or gems up until your cultivation stats reach 300. Beyond that, you have to cultivate with gems, and your cultivation stats can get up to 500. So, if you're starting off with a new general that you haven't cultivated at all, let me go and pick one. Let's pick my Alessandra here, and we come to cultivate, and we go to quick cultivate here. If you're using the 10 times cultivation, okay, yeah, you get some decent increases with her, as we see here. But if you use the 100 times cultivation, see, you get a lot more. So this 100 times cultivation will make it a lot quicker for you to level up brand new generals, which is great, okay? We want to save time doing this. Of course, it does cost gems. So, that's that. Now, the other part of this cultivation update, which is great, is that when you have maxed out generals, you can use this 100 times cultivation to get a bit more stats. We all know cultivation, right? Basically, once you get close to the 500 limit, if you set it up right and you use the 10 times cultivation, you can get your stats a bit above 500, okay? So take a look at my Hannibal here. You can see that his leadership and his defense are above 500. Now, using the 100 times cultivation, we could probably get this a bit higher, okay? So, Here's what I did when I was working on my Hannibal. Okay, I needed to take the stats down a bit so that it gets into the cultivation range, because once it's above 500, the stats won't be able to cultivate anymore. So you can do this either using the gold cultivation, or you can use the single gem cultivation option, which I think is easier to manage. You get your stats down to about anywhere between 495 and 500. Okay? And then you do the 100 times cultivation, and this is the kind of stuff that you can expect to get. So you can see my Hannibal stats right now. Okay? Here's what it was when it started. Here's what it is now that it's finished. So that's quite a few extra stats that you can get, which I think is a good thing. Okay? Doing this will of course cost you gems, but by the time you get it done, it's a little extra boost and you completely forget about it. Your general is a bit stronger and you go on doing other stuff. Now, I've already done this for all of my generals, okay? So here is my Elise. As you can see, I took her stats down. This is where it was before the 100 times cultivation. This is what it is after, okay? I did the same thing for my Himiko and also for my Marcus, which I've started to work on already. So I would highly recommend that you do this for all your PvP generals. It's a nice little boost and it's something that, you can do and forget about it. Aside from the cultivation, we have some other events that are running. Pyramids are back, which are now a regular thing. Journey of Champion is back again. For anyone that failed to get the skins for Helen the last time, the event is back again. So, it's the same thing as it was last time. If you failed to get the Elven Forest, it's still available at level 14. That's it right there. So, this is cool. We have the visits to ancient Babylon. We've seen this event before. You need to get the keys for you to explore and do stuff like that. You get the keys from daily activity, from packs, and you also get them from this Ishtar chest, which you get one every day. All right? You open the chest, you claim your keys, and that's cool. You can also send keys to people if you wanted, and they've added this rose ranking thing. Okay? To be honest, I'm not really sure what is going on here. I don't really know how I feel about people sending me roses, but this event is there and yeah, we'll leave it at that. Now, there are other events that are still going on, and in addition to those events, we see here that Baldwin has a new skin. So Evony have released a skin for Baldwin. Let's see what it says. Enemy ground troop and mounted troop HP 10%. Enemy range troop attack and siege attack 5%. So, yeah, alright, this is cool. If you wanted to get the Baldwin skin, that's perfectly fine. If you are lucky enough to be able to win it in the prize here, all the better for you. I'm not keeping my hopes up for this one because for the most part, I don't win things like this. So, yeah, for all you lucky guys out there, that's good. Now, we come to what, for me, is arguably my favorite event, the Alchemy Shop. Okay? This is back, and I'm happy it's back, and it's great that it's back. So, we've seen this before, okay? You do your thing, you get your molten ore, and you buy in other people's markets, and you get the alchemy coins. You can redeem to get prizes over here. And let's see who is on offer. So there's a Monarch avatar, which I don't know how many people are interested in. You get Modred, and you get Zucker. Okay, that's fine. And there's other stuff for you to redeem in there. So that's the alchemy shop. But if you are not sure on how exactly to use the alchemy shop, or you want to find out a better way than what you're doing, then you can check out the video that I made on the alchemy shop and get yourself up to speed with that. If there's anything I left out, please feel free to drop a comment down below. Thank you very much. Aka signing out.